And a good Friday. Thank you for joining us on the Owatonna Today Show. My name is Betty Johnson. Glad to have you along on this May 17th. And as we do on all Fridays, we do want to recognize our wonderful sponsors that make this show possible. So we want to start with thanking our premier sponsors, who are the City of Owatonna, along with Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities, a Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County, and the United Way of Steele County. Our primary supporters include Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Coda Living Community, and Park Place Senior Living, along with the Little Theater of Owatonna. And our interlude supporters are Abraham Consulting Technologies, Brenda Bednar Mortgage, Glenn Megger and Tim Thomas of the Brick Megger Funeral Home and the Mitford Funeral Home, along with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Claire Bridge of Owatonna. Also, our interlude supporters include Carlson Branson and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Clancher and Sons Landscaping and Concrete, also Napa Auto Service, Owatonna Business Incubators, Pizza Ranch of Owatonna, Profinium Financial, R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, the Steele County Historical Society, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. And as always, we are looking for more supporters of the show. And if you're a business and would like more information about becoming an underwriter of this program, you can contact Leanne at 390-5751. So you help keep Owatonna Today Show on the air. Or you can mail any contributions to Owatonna Today at 1130 North Elm Avenue here in Owatonna, 55060. So we have a great show coming your way. We're going to interview the retiring Owatonna Education Association members, and we'll do that right after this message.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Recreational fires are allowed within the Owatonna city limits. They must be contained within a fire pit or a device designed for such use, and can be 3 feet in diameter and no more than 3 feet high. They must be 25 feet from a building or combustibles. Only untreated or unpainted woods must be used. Fires must be attended by a person at all times that are capable of extinguishing the fire. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, we're Mark and Becky Stevens of the Owatonna Pizza Ranch.
And we support the Owatonna Today Show.
We are out here at the Monterey Ballroom, the beautiful Monterey Ballroom, as the school district is celebrating the careers of 7 of its members, and we're going to be speaking with each one of them. And we have up first, your name is?
Bill Ladwig.
And Bill, what have you been teaching? I
taught in the shop classes all my years here at Owatonna. So.
And how many years have you been at Owatonna?
Started and ended here. There's 36 years I put in, so.
So your entire career has been in the Owatonna School District?
Yes, so yeah, they just kept having me come back, so.
Now that you're retiring, are you retiring to something in particular? What are your plans?
Got priorities. Grandkids are number one. If I can go ahead and take care of them, that's great. I like to drive semi. We have a cabin up north. It's just, I go have coffee with Mr. Grecky once in a while.
So you will be busy. So in all your years of teaching, how many years have there been total?
36.
Wow, what an accomplishment. What do you probably find the most rewarding of your 36 years as a teacher?
Still run into kids that you can't really remember their name. You see a face, and I know them. I'll remember their car because I taught auto shop. And then we'll talk about it, and they'll talk about the shop days and stuff, and that's just fun. It was a good experience for them, and it was great for me. I had fun.
That is great. So, and we want to thank you for all your years.
I want to take time just thank the Owatonna public for having me in their community, and just the great guys I had in the shop, and all the great students, parents, and all of that. Owatonna's been very good to Bill Ladwig. I appreciate that.
Right. Thank you, Bill. And now we have, I'll move over so you come in the light here, and your name is?
Katie Nakagaki.
And Katie, how many years have you been teaching?
I've taught 36 years.
And how many in the Owatonna School District?
26 years in Owatonna.
Oh, great. And what is it you taught?
I had a special education program at the junior high, And most recently, I've been working with teachers. I'm on special assignment, and so I work throughout the district, mostly with my special ed teachers.
It sounds very challenging.
I do love it, though, and I get some opportunities to work with the kids still yet, too. So it's been a great experience for me. And
So what do you probably find is the most rewarding in your career that you had?
I think working with all the great colleagues in Owatonna and the kids, but it's just been a rewarding experience to work with all of them.
So after 36 years, what are you going to do now?
I'll probably focus on the grandkids too. And Rod's retired 4 years, so we'll do a little traveling, and I'll probably still have to follow my passion with special ed a little bit too.
Would you probably be doing some substitute?
Might be, yep, might be available.
So you're going to probably keep your fingers in a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we like to thank you for all your many years dedicated teaching, especially in the special ed field. That is quite a challenge.
Thank you very much.
All right, and now we're going to move on to, come here, Deb.
Hi.
This is not a teacher, and your name is?
I'm Deb Brecht.
And what is it you've been doing in the school district?
I've been doing school social work for 24 years.
24 years, and we want to mention that Deb was the very first school social worker.
That's right. Yep, back in January 3rd, 1989.
So where did you work out of? Did you go to all the schools? I mean, it's different than the teacher, so give us a little idea as to what you did as the school social worker.
In the beginning, I was in all the elementary schools, like one day or sometimes half a day a week. I was kind of a liaison between some of the tougher issues that kids face in terms of child abuse or neglect or some of those issues. And then as the social work department grew, then we could kind of spread out and do more prevention work, which is really where my heart is for kids.
Now, you had to handle all of that to begin with at first, just one person?
Yeah, well, yeah. And then within 2 years, though, then we got another couple social workers, and now we're up to 8, which is awesome.
Okay, good. And what are you going to be doing now that you're retiring?
Well, lots of stuff. Where do I begin?
What's some of the stuff?
I have 6 grandchildren, and I'm going to have 2 more, one more in July and one more in October, holy mackerel. And I'm going to be doing more music things, which is really my other passion. And maybe some theater. I'm thinking, Betty Johnson, maybe you ought to be on stage here with me pretty soon. What do you think?
We'll see. So thank you for all your years, too, and the school social worker, very challenging, no doubt. So
It's been a real honor to be able to do this work.
Good. Thank you, Deb. And now we're going to move on. We have, your name is?
My name is Ginny Gill.
And Ginny, where do you teach and what do you teach?
I'm a physical education teacher at Lincoln School, and I've been at Lincoln for 25 years.
25 years? How many years have you been teaching altogether?
I have been in the Owatonna Public Schools ever since I student taught here under Joan Hoffman at the junior high.
So you're
37 years.
Oh, my goodness.
Long time.
Yes. So, and now what are you going to retire to?
We have 2 sons. One has a little daughter, so our granddaughter in California, who's 3. And our other son is a professional hockey player, so we hope to go watch his hockey games a lot more. Well, he plays in what's called the East Coast Hockey League.
Okay, okay.
And they're playing tonight.
Really? So now what would you
Ohio.
say has probably been your most rewarding experience as a teacher?
My most rewarding experience has just been working with kids who love to come to Fayette and our wonderful colleagues and administration. Owatonna has been the best place to work, and I've loved it here, and can't be more thankful for having such a great job and loving what you do.
Well, thank you for all your years of dedicated service.
You're welcome.
And Fayette has been kind of near and dear to my heart. That was my favorite.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks.
Thank you. And now we have with us, looking very springy, you are?
Sharon Feidinger, and I'm also a school social worker.
Okay, all right. So we have 2 that are retiring.
That's right.
So how soon did you come in after Deb?
Probably about 3 years. 3 years. It's hard to keep track. It's gone so fast.
And what is it that you find the most rewarding about being a school social worker?
Well, I've been in. I was 18 years at the high school, and then now I'm at the ALC, and one day at Lincoln. My first ever to be in 2 different buildings. But having worked with the teenage population, some very in risky behaviors, it's a challenge to try and help them find how they can steer themselves into being more successful and finding pride in themselves.
So was that primarily your age group, was the teenagers?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And so now, what are your plans now as you move away from that?
Well, I know I will not be getting up at 5 o'clock every morning to commute to Owatonna, which has been, again, like others have said, has been wonderful to me. But, I love to plant, I love to feed birds, I love to travel, and grandkids, of course. I have some in Florida and then in Minneapolis, so I'm going to be busy.
Well, it does sound like it. And we want to thank you for all your years at the school district.
Thank you.
And your name is?
Sue Conacher.
Sue, and how many years have you been teaching in the Owatonna School District?
25.
Is that all the years you've been in the school district, or were you someplace else before?
I was in 4 other districts before this, so I've been teaching for 37 years.
And what subjects do you teach?
I teach middle school, I teach 6th graders, and I teach language arts and social studies.
My goodness. Now, what are you going to be retiring to, I want to say? Not retiring away from, but retiring to.
Hopefully more adventures. We're looking forward to reconnecting with some old friends, maybe trying some new things in my life, and definitely traveling with my husband, and we love to travel, so we'll see what happens.
It seems to be the number one theme, isn't it? Doing some traveling. So what was it, if someone was just coming into teaching, what is it you would, with all your years of experience, you would tell them to look forward to, or that has been the best for you?
Oh, definitely don't think of all the pressures of the testing today. Every morning, just look your kids in the eye and say good morning, and know you're going to see some amazing things during the day. I love middle schoolers especially. They just grow so much in a year. So I would advise just to keep your eye on the prize, which is working with the kids, and don't worry about the rest.
Good advice. Thank you very much. And last but not least, we have
George Lambert.
And George, how many years have you been teaching?
Well, I've lived in Owatonna for 44 years, and I've been in and around education all of those 44 years. When I first came to Owatonna, I taught at Marian High School, which was a Catholic high school, and I taught there for 6 years, and then it closed in 1975, and I went to work at an adolescent psychiatric hospital in Faribault, and I was there for 20 years. I absolutely loved it, but then I had a chance to come back to Owatonna and started at the high school in 95.
What did you teach?
I was hired through the district, but I was actually employed by the Human Relations Center, so I was a licensed therapist, and so I was a therapist in day treatment for 5 years, and I had also gotten my master's in counseling some years earlier, and a counseling job opened up in 2000, and for the last 13 years I've been a counselor at OHS.
So all those different things that you've been familiar with, has that kept you working longer?
I don't know if it made the time go by pretty fast. When I was thinking about tonight and being here and looking at 44 years, I knew the numbers, but 44 years has gone by really fast, and it's been really fun, and it's the people that you work with that make it fun, and it's all about the kids, and so that's been cool.
44 years, that's quite a tremendous amount of time. We thank you for your dedication.
Appreciate your work.
And we wish you good luck in your retirement.
Thank you very much. Take care.
And as I said, we're out here at the Monterey Ballroom. I got to get my glasses on. It's not just the retirees that are being honored, but they're going to be naming their Teacher of the Year. And those candidates, which will be named later tonight, include Marcia Dinsey, Diane Dreesen, Jan Guitry, Lori Peglow, and forgive me if I don't get this right, but Lori Husenga, I believe it is, something like that. So we wish good luck to them. We will be naming, they will be naming those later on tonight. And we want to thank you for joining us here. And once again, we want to wish good luck to all those retirees. For the Owatonna Today Show out at the Monterey Ballroom, I am Betty Johnson.
Hi, this is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance, and we are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Coda Living Community and Park Place Senior Living are Owatonna's premier living communities for seniors. Coda Living Community, located on the Owatonna Hospital and Mayo Clinic campus, provides short-term, long-term, and rehabilitative care. It features private and semi-private rooms, ceiling lifts, and spa. Coda Living Community continues the tradition of providing quality care to area residents. Park Place Senior Living is expanding into the Cedarview Care Center to offer enhanced assisted living. For more information, please call 507-446-4946.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson with the Owatonna Business Incubator. We're here to help small businesses start and to grow. We're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
It's Leanne on the go for the Owatonna Today Show, and today is Saturday, May 19th. It's 5 a.m. in the morning, and I bet you're wondering what I'm doing up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm actually out here at Rice Lake State Park, and I'm going to take you on a big day bird count. Now, last year there was the movie The Big Year, for those of you who saw it, and we've been doing, a group of friends and myself, for the past 30 years, on the third weekend in May, a big day bird count in Steele County. What is a big day bird count, you might ask? It's where we drive around Steele County and we count as many birds as we can find in one day. So we'll actually be birding from 5 a.m. this morning until probably 8:30, close to 9 o'clock tonight. And we'll see what numbers we can come up with. Well, it's 5:30 and it's finally light out. We've probably gotten about 15 species so far. The thing is, on the big day bird count, what you're able to do is you're able to not only use sightings, when you actually see the bird, but you can identify the bird by their song. And given how far out the leaves are this year because of our very early spring, we're going to have to heavily rely on what we hear. There's part of the group there. And we do have a guest birder with us all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. He used to bird with us a number of years ago when he lived closer in Illinois and St. Louis. You're listening to a house wren. Their call is very distinctive. This is one of the ways that we'll be able to identify birds is by their song. As you can see, the underbrush here, it's pretty thick, so it's going to be really difficult to really see any birds that are buried deep in those bushes. We always start our big day out here at Rice Lake State Park, and that's partly because the park gives us several different types of habitats where we'll find different types of birds. There's the lake, and of course we'll find the water birds there. Gulls, terns, geese, ducks. Although because of the early spring, most of the ducks migrated through very, very early. So basically what we have left for ducks here are the resident ones. The mallards, the blue-winged teals, that type of thing. And then we have the woods. And here we'll get a lot of our woodland birds. We'll get our woodland warblers that are migrating on through. Some of the warblers do nest here for the summer months. And then later on, Rice Lake State Park has a couple patches of really great prairie. And there we get a lot of the prairie-style birds. A lot of different types of sparrows, bobolinks, those types of birds. And then when we're done birding here at Rice Lake State Park, we travel by car and we travel around the rest of the county. We'll get to that later. We're looking at a goldfinch here. We're in the prairie part of the park. It's just walk and stop, listen, look. Walk, stop, listen, look. The guys up here are after some type of a flycatcher, maybe a willow flycatcher. We're probably at about 6:45 in the morning now. Well, it's a little after 8 o'clock in the morning. We've left the boat launch area of the park area, and now we are headed to the wilderness camp. And there's a lot of meadowland in here, so we should pick up some different types of sparrows, bobolinks, that kind of thing. And we're up to 50 birds, which isn't too bad considering the kind of day. This is a real treat. You're looking here at a sedge wren. And he's very similar to our house wren. A little bit bigger, longer tail, a little more markings on him, but listen to him sing. They're doing a prairie restoration out here at Rice Lake State Park. What they did is they chisel plowed in the fall, and then they just finished planting, and this should be all native grass and wildflower plantings. So it'll be interesting to see towards the end of the summer what actually is coming up. But evidently they were developing too many invasive species in this area. So now all we need is rain to activate those seeds. It's pretty windy out here, but I wanted to show you this great bird here. This is called a bobolink, and they actually migrate all the way from South America, down in the Pampas grass area, Argentina. They are really cool. Whoa, he's bobbing in the wind there. There you go, that's your bobolink. Well, it's lunchtime, and we're up to 75 birds. Now we'll leave the park and we'll start driving around Steele County. We're on the road now. We'll be driving to different spots throughout Steele County looking for different types of birds. We need a lot of swallows. We'll look for open field sparrows and shorebirds, among others. So here we go. Out on our road trip through Steele County, some of the places we look for are wetlands such as this. And out of here, it doesn't look like there's much, but there's mallard, there's blue-winged teal, there's a gadwall duck, and they're discussing something else, perhaps a redneck grebe. So we stop here and we check these places out pretty thoroughly. Well, it's now a little after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We've been birding for 12 hours straight. We're out here at Oakland Lake. There's not a whole lot out on the lake, but we did come up with some female hooded mergansers, some ruddy ducks, and an eared grebe, which is pretty good. And we saw some pelicans. So right now we're up to 95 birds, and we still have about 3.5 hours of birding left. We're out here at the Straight River Marsh. It's about 6:30 in the evening. We're pushing 100 birds that we've seen. And right in front of you right here are two trumpeter swans.
Yeah, there's the black tern. Yeah, we got that.
We've seen a black tern, which is really pretty cool. There's a lot of other swallows that are skimming the surface of the marsh here. Aren't those swans neat? So, here come yellowthroat in the background, the one going witchetty witchetty. And we have some geese with their babies. It's always fun to see. They're getting pretty big. Doesn't take long, does it? And we'll continue to look here for more waterfowl and also hopefully some shorebirds. Well, our day is drawing to an end. We just got our last bird of the day, maybe. Eastern meadowlark. We got one more spot to check out. And it is now roughly 8:30, so we've been birding for 15 and a half hours on the big day bird count. Our big day bird count is history. And right now you are seeing some photographs that I took of some of the birds that we saw on Saturday. We saw a total of 113 species. Pretty okay. Our highest number that we've recorded is 142. That was a number of years ago. I'd like to thank my fellow companion birders who were with me on this big day bird count. Ken Vale, Mike Gallagher, who came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, Emily Hutchins, her friend Jenny, who came down from Brainerd, Nels Thompson, Marilyn Nash, Daryl Hill, and my husband, Gary Johnson. I hope you've enjoyed this segment of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
We are back, and we do want to mention that that was last year's Big Day bird count, and Saturday the 18th is when they'll do the 2013 Big Day bird count. We want to thank Leanne for that very informative segment on the Owatonna Today Show. Do have several announcements we do want to pass along. Coming up tomorrow is a chance for you to get rid of your old computers or thermostats and lots of appliances. Simply take them to the old Walmart parking lot, and the retrofit companies will be recycling them for you. Again, that's tomorrow, the 18th, from 8 a.m. until noon. And also, the Owatonna Arts Center's 61st Annual Steele County Exhibition with 29 artists runs through May 25th. If you want to check that out, haven't had the opportunity yet, from 1 until 5, Tuesday through Sunday. And the Autism Spectrum Disorder Parent Support Group will be coming up on May 28th, 6 to 7:30 at Associated Church, and childcare will be provided. Also, volunteers are needed for the Minnesota Senior Games coming up to Owatonna in the middle of June. The sign-up sheet is located on the first floor on Senior Place. They do need your help, so check into that if you are available. That's going to do it for this Friday in our week of shows. Shelley will be back on Monday. We'll hope you'll join us then. In the meantime, have a good weekend.